Now this is the investors tab. This is another important one for me. This is something I don't have to check it every day, but it's got so much data that I can if I wanted to. And here I've got a list of a bunch of different investors that I track and their holdings. So this list over here is not this. So Ashish Kacholia, for example, this is not the list of stocks that he currently owns, but it's all the stocks that he's bought in the last 12 months or he's owned over the last 12 months. Some of these he would have exited, but in the last 12 months, he was invested in each one of these stocks and more, but these are the ones I have data for. So this is really cool. So for example, I wanted to check, say, Vijay Kedia stocks. Click on here, and these are uh, Vijay Kedia stocks. So again, this is another way to screen for different ideas. And there's a lot more with each of these tabs, but I'm going to show that next. Just moving on. So now we've got the niche tab. So if you remember back on the global sheet, I had this list over here. And so for each one of these, that's where I can access the individual constituents on that tab. So over here, we have this microfinance. Again, I think this is the RBI policy. And so go on here, click on microfinance, and we can see how the individual constituents. So again, credit access was the biggest gainer over here and also the highest market cap. So that since this is a market cap weighted index that I've created, it's caused the biggest move for this niche. But I can do that for a bunch of different, so everything really quickly, like fertilizer stocks. Oh, I think the biggest one on here is chemicals. So this tracks 176 different stocks. And I forgot to mention, so for each one of these, even on the NSE sheet, if an investor holds a particular stock, it shows up over here. So Hitesh Javeri, for example, is invested or was invested in Century Enca sometime in the last 12 months. He might still be, but that shows up over here. Um, and similarly, the sectors tab is for the Nifty. So right here, this section right here. And I can filter again. So we saw that media was down 2.6%, sorry, 3.6%. So I can see how the different constituents. PVR Inox was down 7%. So again, that's probably what caused the biggest move, but also a few of them were down 3% as well, Sun TV included. And again, the same data is on every sheet. So we've got price change data, 52-week high and lows, moving averages, investors if they invest in any of these stocks, and some quick ratios.